All right, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever time it happens to be. Wherever you are, whatever part of the galaxy you're from, I hope you're making it a great day today. Welcome to week 38 in the Rise of Obticeo. I started this account in the January 1st of 2022. Been used the hyperdrive bundle on it and been updating the account's progress every week so that you can follow along. Let's see the stats on the account this week. At the start of this stream, we're at 2.93 million galactic power. We added 50,000 last week. 13 relics in the account, 20 zetas. 5 Omicrons now already. Qui-Gon Jinn, Akbar, Iden, Wampa. And we just added the one for Radis. So we've got that now too. Shock clones are still getting us top 100 in Squad Arena. Malevolence, we've been knocked out of the top 5. We've got all kinds of executors in the shards, so I've been relegated to top 10. I feel like maybe one more event, I might not even get top 10. I can see 2 or 3 more people building towards executor that don't have executors yet. So it's going to be a short period of time. I may be out of the top 10 before I can even get the profundity into this account. Not good, but definitely, you know, I keep talking about the starter guides, and I'm telling you guys, if I hadn't played this account, there is so much relevant stuff that I would not have known. I feel so much better informed to talk about account building, having built this account. Relic-wise, we're going to target Jinn for week 40. That's going to be a pretty big stretch for us. I'll show you that here in a minute. The farming plan for energy, we're still doing Houndstooth, Radis, Bosk, the Xanadu Blood, and the IG-2000 ships. In fleet, we're doing the Outrider, the Rebel Y-Wing. Whichever one of those lags behind, I'm farming twice a day. And then we're going to stop farming Biston's U-Wing over there and go to farming Raven's Claw. I can pick up some extra Biston shards out of the guild event store if I need to. So that'll free me up to start working on that Raven's Claw so I can potentially have a cleanup fleet under Home 1 once Profundity is built. In the Cantina, we're working a little bit on L3 and then signal data. In mods, we're working on slicing materials to catch up, but basically that's done. I will probably go back to farming mods this week already. The refresh strategy, I've cut back a little bit on mod and fleet energy, trying to conserve the crystals so that we can continue to make these purchases of the high relic materials. So we'll continue to do that. See how that works out. In the shop plan, Cantina, we're just feeding the shard shop now. Guild store, we're getting Carbantes, gear. Start looking for old Ben out of that shop as well. In the squad store, we're back to getting gear out of there. We're okay on prestige. We'll still need to buy some prestige, but we've got enough to get the profundity started, so I'm not too stressed out about that. Galactic War Store, we're feeding the shard shop. In fleet, we're doing a lot of rebel stuff, Rex's ship. We'll start picking up some stuff like the Gauntlet Starfighter and things like that that are a little more rare, just in case we need them some point in the future. Guild Event Store, we're working on Negotiator. We've got 80 shards of Negotiator. Then we're working on the Biston's U-Wing and Wampa, just finished. Got my 100th shard on him this week, so we'll pop him up to 7 stars. In the shard shop, we're working on Gear 13 purples and golds. We're also saving some energy over there saving some shard shop currency when we can, to make sure that we can always buy those Mark IV comlinks and the Mark 8 binocular components when they show up. What I've tended to do is just over store fleet currency, and then if they show up and I don't have enough, I can just go over there, convert a couple shard shop purchases to ships, and make sure I always have enough. So basically I'm banking my fleet currency pretty high as a way to always have shard shop currency if I need it. So need to start planning 4 fleets. It looks like we're going to break into chromium after this season. So 4 fleets are going to be needed. Malevolence is already good to go. Negotiator's halfway done, so right now we'll play that fleet under the Endurance. We have to start putting a Rebel fleet under Home 1 and working with the stuff that we're building for Profundity. That's going to be a pretty weak fleet for now. And then the Bounty Hunter fleet, building toward the Rex for Han's Millennium Falcon. We got to unlock that. It's all the ships that we would need for Executor or unlocking Finalizer, that kind of stuff. So we'll be able to build a Bounty Hunter fleet and play that under Tarkin or Chimera, depending on how things go. My Chimera is still 6 stars. We haven't been able to get that to 7 stars yet. So we'll see. Maybe get the Millennium Falcon going and then come back for Tarkin later, something like that. We'll see. But that puts us at four fleets, 3 weak fleets and 1 good fleet, right? So it'll be pretty weak till we get Profundity. And then for 6 fleets someday, if I look way out to the future, I can kind of see that Bounty Hunter fleet being able to unlock Finalizer fleet if I want it. Of course, the Bounty Hunter fleet is the basis also for the Executor fleet. And I'll have a 2nd fleet for Rebels under Home 1. So my Loquitur account, I felt like I was scrambling for fleets forever. Like once I got to Kyber, even once I got to Chromium and Erodium, I was scrambling for my second 2 fleets. And then it feels like I've just been doing make work on trying to put fleets together for that account for the last year. Ever since, we did the Kenobi journey. So maybe it's only been like 9 months, but it's really feels like it's been a long time that we've just been focused on fleet stuff, getting the Executor, now working into the Profundity, trying to fill that stuff out. So this account is the other way around. It's very front-end loaded on fleets. And although we don't have strong fleets, we've got so much fleet stuff in progress that I feel like we're not even too worried. If I needed 6 fleets, it's not that big of a stretch. It's within reach for what I'm already doing. So that's interesting. So that's the stats for the account for this week. Shows us our starting point. Let's go talk to chat, see if chat's got anything good to say. TK's in the house. TK saying hi. We were looking at mod scores and stuff, and TK's a monster. 6.7 mod score or something like that. He says he's got 17 characters over 300. His account's a little over 2 years old, I think, if I remember correctly. About 2 years old, thereabout. So for an account that age, that's really fantastic. He's done just an excellent job with his mods. Excellent, excellent. Just another consumer says, I struggle to find plus 10s. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, mods are, it's the game within the game, right? Graham K says, TK's a mad lad. That's amazing work, my dude. You have to find a way to do at least your 50 crystal refreshes every day. Yeah, absolutely. Michael Neal says, been waiting on Cairo computers for a Gear 13 Vader is the worst. Yeah, you'll be waiting on Cairos for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Buy your Cairo computers with your GAC currency. So I only use GAC currency for Kairos. I occasionally buy some of the binoculars and stuff out of there if I have extra, quote, extra currency. But especially for the Cairo computers, you really don't want to have to farm them. So buy them out of GAC. Cody Lay is in the house. Hey, Cody. How you doing, man? There's Vels. Inquisitor Vels says hello there. Acting like a Kenobi in the channel. TK says the account's 1 year and 9 months. Yeah, that's fantastic. Vel says, I've got 7 above 300 at 3.5 million right on target. Nice. Yeah, Vels is a monster too. He's like pushing Kyber already at 3.5 million. It's bonkers how well he's doing in Grand Arena at that GP. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, well, let's take a look at this Obticeo account. We do have Mon Mothma ready to go. I said we'd target Jin next, but if you look at Jin, you look at this finisher, in addition to the two pieces that we already have to build up here with the furnace and the HoloLens, we've got to form more HoloLenses for down here, and then just all this regular energy stuff, right? We need those. We need to farm these manually. We don't have enough injector heads because we've been using them on so many characters. And we've got Kairos to do. So this may fill in within 2 weeks, but you know, I don't even know if I can get the fleet part of it done in 2 weeks, let alone the part with regular energy. So it'll be a challenge, but we'll push for that. We'll try to get that on a 2-week timeline. Let's take Mon Mothma up. Here we go. She's got a Hana pendant. Some kind of crazy peace sign here in the middle. Alright. Relic level 1 achieved. Relic level 2 achieved. My Loquitur account is so jealous of the Obticeo account. Look at this. 1,600 carbonites. 860. I had 900 bronzium wiring. Man, I would like so much for that stuff to be over on my Loquitur account. It's not even funny. But yeah, Hyperdrive bundle just gave me a bunch of stuff to get started with those materials. So, they're kind of lucky. Lucky to have them. Alright, there we go. Now we should get a completion up here. Mon Mothma upgrade to Relic 5. That completes it for the journey for Profundity, but also for JML, right? So she's doing double duty. We've got her mods in decent shape. Speed set's not very good on her. Eventually, I don't even want a speed set on her. But we're just looking for good speed substats. Let's go ahead and crank up. See if we can hit a slice here. 18. Get a 6 speed, go to 24. Nope. Get a 6 speed, go. Nope. Like some tenacity. Alright. Let's calibrate. Let's throw this tenacity and see if we can hit speed with the tenacity. Do a calibrate. A potency. Wow. That mod had such potential. And now it's just garbage. Alright, no love there. 19 speed here. Let's go ahead and do the same thing. Take that up to 6 dots. Slice it. Come on, 26. Alright, slice it again. Come on, 26. 25. I'll take it. Alright. That's good stuff. And then, I don't think we want to push that hard for the last 2 speed here. 244. It's not bad. Alright, last mod that we can enhance here. Let's go. And then we're out of slicing materials. Alrighty though. We can come back to that one later. What do we get? 244. If you can get Mon Mothma around 250 without a speed set, that's about as good as it gets. Well, probably about as good as I can afford to give her. Alright, mod's in good shape on her then. Wampa can take a promotion. We could lock down a stun gun on him. Let's see who needs Carbantes in our journey first. Ooh, that's real tempting. We could buy 10 of those for 150. This is one of those pieces that cost 15 per shard, so those are good out of the shop. So we could do that. Let's check on crystals. We're good on crystals. Let's we won the last round here. We went 3-0 on the Obticeo account. Got first place, 750 crystals. So that's good. That's putting us in good shape. Let's think about how we want to do this. So if we did some Relic 9 materials, how do we get to the Relic 9 materials? Is there an easy way to do that? I don't have a Relic 8 to get to a Relic 9. Do I? Pretty sure I don't. So we actually have to just go in the shop and look for it. I guess that's what we do. Okay. Slicing materials. Gear. Signal data. Chromium. Arrow magnifiers. Keypads. Droid brains. There we go. Buy 5 droid brains for the week. Okay. Question is, do I want to buy some arrow magnifiers too while I'm in here? I could. But you know what? Let's not do that. Let's try to take Wampa to gear 12. I think I want Wampa at gear 12. How many Carbantes? We just have 2 Carbantes. We've got Jin to Relic though. We're not desperate for another gear 12. So let's buy 10 of these. Finish off this stack. And then we can 12 the Wampa. I don't want to attach these pieces to him quite yet. That'll take a little more research to figure out if we've got what we need. Alright. Gear 12 Wampa. Wat Tambor can go to 6 stars. Definitely need to do that right away. Alright, let's get into the journey guide. Oof. Wow, this is bad. Biston needs a Carbonte and a Mark III, 2 Mark IIIs. Wow, I can upgrade him and then my Mark IIIs are gone. My other Carbonte's gone. We get him to gear 9, and that's pretty much a showstopper right there. Let's, is this a Mark IV? Yeah, that's a Mark IV. We've got Mark IVs. Stun cuffs. I can live with stun cuffs. That's not bad. All right, so he's just a Carbonte. His next level's not too bad. Not horrible. Not horrible. Yeah, we've got Jin to do and then Hera to do, so we're not too pressured for that. All right, let's level up Droideka here. We're getting close to the point where Droideka shards are finished. Of course, he's just getting shards because he's on the same node as the Xanadu Blood ship. So, farming him out of there. IG-88, we bought him out of the shop. He's done. Let's take a look at some of his Omegas. We've got enough Omegas that we can invest in him. Man, he's gear 11, and we've got Garbanzo mods on him. Let's see what we can do about these mods. We'll come back and mod later. Let's continue with our spending here. Scarif. Been just buying the Scarif out of the fleet store when he shows up. So kind of slow rolling him up to level. L3 can be useful. I'm going to take a look. I think her pre-taunt is for it doesn't require a Zeta to have pre-taunt on this character, I don't think. Oh, 64 out of 65. Let's get him. Let's get this last couple shards and get her to 5 stars. Go. All right. What do we got for money? 3 million. Oh, we're not going to be able to do much with her. Nothing. All right, we'll have to deal with her next week when we've got a little bit more money. All right, let's look at all the stuff in our profundity journey. Han Solo, Chewbacca, bounty hunters. What does Boba Fett need? Just needs that. You know, we're pretty flush on cash right now. It's pretty tempting to buy a couple of those projectors. Pretty tempting. You know what? We're going to buy 2 of them. Let's just buy 2. Well, that's what's in the shop. There we go. Buy 2 of those. Upgrade. And we'll call that the spoils of going 3-0 in Grand Arena this time around. Alright, let's get his skills up. We're also buying Boba Fett's ship out of the shop. So I'm not farming it, not going very fast on that ship either. I think it was 6 stars now. Yeah, we're on the home stretch. Slow rolling that ship. All right. And then I think what I might want to do. This is a pretty greedy level for grief, though, isn't it? Holy cow. I was going to say I'm going to lock all that stuff down on grief, but he's greedy this level. Let's take a look at Bosk. Bosk is needing stun cuffs everywhere. Yeah, we can do that. Commit our other projector, and then he's just waiting on a Carbonti. We can get him another level. Bounty Hunter's pretty important to getting Han's Millennium Falcon and Chewbacca, both of whom I need. So that's gonna do it for these characters anyway. See if there's anybody out here in the main. Traya. Take an upgrade on Traya, sure. Why not? Probably should get Zam up and running too, huh? Should probably be my next Omicron. Well, it depends. If I see that Cassian's Omicron is really fantastic, I might wait and just Omicron Cassian. Alright, we don't even have enough money to mod characters yet, so that's going to be disappointing. Alright, I'm going to catch up on chat real quick. TK says, I do 50s and 100s in mods. When you outmatch in every GAC mod, mods will close the gap. That's true. That is true. Finally finished both my premium ships so I can spend my get to on Kairos. Nice. Nice. Vel says not quite Kyber yet. 3v3 is not kind to my smaller account. 3v3 is rough for smaller accounts. Yeah. And there's a couple characters that are real showstoppers. You know, if you've got a smaller account and your opponent already has like Gas and CLS and Iden and like several good teams like that, even if they've got bad mods, it's tough to wade through all that. Michael said, what would good first relic order be? Vader, Spy, and Padme team? That's good. Vader is good. I like Spy. I'm going to say Snowtrooper. Relic is Snowtrooper. The thing is, Snowtrooper's gear, to get him to gear 12, is easy. His relic is not that hard. He gives you a trooper team. He's the damage on your trooper team before you get Dark Trooper. And later you can put him with Iden Versio. A relic Snowtrooper with a complete garbage Iden Versio will kill GOs for the entirety of your account. You build Snowtrooper, he pays off in Grand Arena for the next 3 years. I built him on the Loquitur account. I took a lot of crap from a lot of people about building Snowtrooper, but I'm telling you, it was a monster decision. It was so good. He helped the troopers. He's still helping the account. I've gotten so many GAC wins from a Relic Snowtrooper. And like I said, guys, his gear is just easy. One of the easiest characters in the game to get to gear 12. I'd make that very reasonably my first 3 relics. My opinion. Cody says, hey, were you able to win your last matchup on Loquitur? Yeah, yep. I went 1 and 2 on Loquitur. Griff says hello. Hello, Griff. Hey, Griff. We had questions in a prior stream. Last week's stream, I was talking about the new Gladiator build and what accounts are, or what teams are best. And we thought maybe that you'd be a good light side analyst to tell us how good some of those light side teams really are. Specifically, the Jedi Knight Luke team. So I was looking at ways to accelerate the Jedi Knight Luke build. And the question is kind of, I know you can build a team with Jedi Knight Luke on it that'll beat SLKR. But can that Jedi Knight Luke team also beat other GLs like JML or C? That was the question we had. Hoping that maybe you had that experience, Griff. Griff says, Cassian Omicron excites me. I think it's interesting. Probably going to be quite necessary for the new TB if I were to speculate. It's got a lot of words. There's a lot of words in the Cassian Omicron. I don't know if that makes it good or not, but there's definitely a lot of words. Lord of Hunger says, I got 2 GLs and fought someone with 4 GLs and 1.6 million more in 3v3. It's not fun. TK guesses that Inquisitors, Jabba, and Omicrons are going to be huge for the new TB. Yeah, that's probably a good bet. My baby account is at 1.3 million, literally second week of GAC, and I had a 4 million account. Yeah. Man, Carbonite is so bad. Carbonite is disgusting. Man, I hated it in Carbonite. Because that's what you get. You get the very biggest accounts that don't play just sunk to the bottom in Carbonite. Carbonite's horrible right now. My relic order is going to be Spy, Vader, Iden on my alt. Yeah, Iden's a good good early relic too. We fought a relic Iden in yesterday in Grand Arena, and she was a beast. My troopers are low, but my snow and dark are R1, says Darth Rocky. Nice. I might gear Snow Trooper soon. He's a day one character, so really easy to gear, as you said. Yeah, that's exactly it. Snow Trooper's not like some fantastic character in game. He's good. He's good enough, and the gear that it costs you is really not bad at all. Zymergy says, there's no Iden, then no second trooper team. To be fair, there was no Iden. No, there was no Iden when I built my snow trooper. But again, I don't care. I mean, I've said several times that I feel like Snow Trooper paid for himself many times over. I'm a fan of Snow Trooper. I was a little more humble about my decision at the start of the Loquitur account. You know, people gave me a hard time for it, and I was like, yeah, you know, well, it might not have been the best decision, but, you know, looking back, it was a good decision. It was a good decision. Worst case, it delayed my C build by one relic, but man, that dude paid off over and over and over again. DL, have you been to Disneyland? I went on the Ride of Resistance, the Rise of Resistance ride recently. It was so fun. It's been a long time since I've been to Disney. Probably a little over 2 years ago, right before COVID hit. Probably end of 2019. We went to Disney. Trooped around there with the kid. Couldn't get into any of the stuff. You know how it is. Next time we go, we got to spend money for that stupid expensive pass where you can go to the front of the line. Yeah. Hey Dale, do you have any tips for farming the other Relic 8 materials, not arrow magnifiers? I'm close to the Executor. That's the only thing holding me back. You farm light side 9F. This is the node for Relic 8 materials. So these bayonets come off of here. You get these, and you get hollow projectors. You also get this material and this material, both of which break down for, I think this is carbonite. Maybe this is carbonite and this is bronzium, but these both break down for stuff. This you need all the time. This and this. So if we take that node and then we go into the scavenger and we look at what we got, those are for impulse detectors. So that's how you're building your impulse detectors largely. Then if you ever were to over farm those Mark 8 bios, there they are right there. You can always make them into chromium transistors if you just have way too many, which you won't. You never will. Let's see, where's that Mark 2 piece? Okay, so maybe that's carbonite. Yeah, there's the Mark II on carbonite here. And then Mark II injectors right there. So that's 2 pieces of carbonite circuit board, and 3 pieces of gear that you want, and it breaks down for the impulse detectors. So that's the node. That's the go-to node. And of course, over-purchasing out of the shard shop. I've had this conversation with a couple people now that say, oh, well, you know, I stop buying these things once I get to, like, you know, 30. Well, if you've got 30, it means you can craft 1 piece. But keep buying these pieces, right? Just keep buying them. Buy them, because once you know which pieces are what, those pieces can break down for electrium conductors, and these pieces can break down for impulse detectors. So you never stop buying these things. You just keep buying them. Just keep buying them. Even if you have 140 of these things, which If you had 140 of them, you would just come in here and turn them into impulse detectors anyway. You wouldn't you wouldn't have that many. Yeah, that 360 piece buys them every time. 360 piece. Okay, need to do ships still. Let's get in here and see what we can get done for ships. We've got some upgrades to do. Executrix can go to 7 stars. We can put a couple shots into the passive there. Make that ship not quite so horrible. And we got Rex's arc up to 6 stars. Anakin, we've never finished his basic, right? We really need to commit our ship Omegas for the weekend to his basic, 30% more damage. It's a pretty big deal. His ship's a pretty big deal. So we'll do that. Let's put all the rest of it into this Rebel Y-Wing. Let's just... Ooh. Well, that's about all we're going to be able to do then, huh? Need 10. We've only got 5. Yeah, so we're done there. We ran ourselves out of money super fast. Okay, there you go. Out of money in a hurry over here. Houndstooth hanging out 1 shard from being upgraded. So we'll get that going next week. Hopefully get a gear tier on Bosk next week. Let's take a look at some mods here real quick. Because we've got to spruce up these bounty hunters a little bit. Did Cad Bane, did we put... No, we didn't put mods on him either. Wow, so Cad Bane and IG need any kind of mods. Oop, we got to quit spending purple materials. We're down below 100. Sorry, Cad, you got to wait. 360 shard shop currency. Ah, I got you. I got you. All the things you purchase for 360 shard shop. All right, let's filter by unassigned. I really don't want to steal mods for these guys. Let's just see if we can do something better than what we've got. 10 speed. 10 speed, and we never committed to level 15 on it. That's interesting. All right. Let's... I don't want to commit anything good. That's the problem. That's speed and tenacity. Offense and health. 4 speed. He's got 6 speed. That's a pretty sad mod to have to put at level 15. 5 speed. Let's... Wow. This is pretty awful. I don't have anything better than the 5-speed mod that's already on him. I really don't want to level that 5-speed mod up either, because then it's just stuck at 5 speed. We can put this mod on. It's not horrible. This has got 5 speed. This has 5 speed. Let's slice this. Tenacity. It's worth one more slice because it's a triangle. We miss it again. Alright, we'll assign this one. And defense with a speed substat. Interesting choice, Loquitur. Alright, fine. Take this up to 15 just to get the mod set going. Alright, Cad Bane's mods have officially been upgraded to not entirely horrible. Alright. I kind of like doing these this mod stuff on stream so that you guys can kind of see that, you know, when you're early in the game, it doesn't matter how good you are at mods or how you're developing them. Everybody, I think, is gated behind just, you know, doing the best you can with the mods you get here at first. Let's try to put an offense set on IG. I've seen quite a few offense mods popping up in here with, you know, not great speed, but This is we just need to lock this one, right? Potency with speed. It kind of doesn't even matter what upgrades we get. Oh, 13 speed. Monster. Look at this thing. Nice. Super lucky. All right, we'll put that one in. See what we get for offense. More offense, or we could have health. We have to put offense here, right? Offense with more offense. Of course, we would want crit damage here if we had whatever we wanted, right? But we'll take what we can get, and then we'll take speed up here. Oof. Gotta sell some mods. Gotta unload mods just to... Alright, let's look at these mods. Mark 5E. And sell anything that doesn't have speed showing on it. Okay. Sell those. Now, why is it not give? Do I literally have like no low-level mods here? Wow, I've got nothing to sell, guys. Holy cow. All right, that should be enough to get me up there, though. That's all we get. That is literally all my money. Everything I got. Alright, IG88's mods have now officially been upgraded to not horrible. Bosk has mods which are pretty horrible. We'll definitely have to rework him sometime soon. Yep, going back to farming mods this week. Decisions made. Alright. I do want to go try the mission now. Got some upgrades to my bounty hunters. I feel like I want to continue this journey now. Let's see if we can get Chewbacca unlocked. Then next week we can get started with him. We're going to kick him out. We're going to put Bosk in the lead. Alright, let's see what we can get done here. Probably just get shot instantly, but let's go. Van Ward says, except the radioactive looking one. Yeah, that one you get like 800 of, and it's never used on anybody. And it doesn't also convert to materials for relics either. Okay. Alright. We are not going to taunt yet. Gonna let that go by. Okay. Now, see how hard we can hit R2-D2 here. Put ability blocks on some people. They're killing Bosk anyway, even without the taunt up. Well, there we go. Bosk is dead. You know, sometimes you think a thing is going to work, Just kind of doesn't. I thought we could artificially keep Bosk alive, make him ignore him for a second. Oh, denied. Grief down. Grief is not good. Somebody says good grief, not good grief. Counterattacks everywhere. You know what? We're trying to get the contract here somehow. Oh, dodge. Lucky old dodge. All right. Let's get him. Ah, we got him. Missile. Bam. All right. Not a pretty win, but a win nonetheless. All right. So we can go unlock the Chewbacca. Unlock a Chewbacca. Fantabulous. All right. And again, as long as we can just start the gear on him, we can also start them. Ooh. Can we start this Millennium Falcon? Journey guide. Begin the journey. Let's get that MF unlocked. MF being Millennium Falcon, of course. Don't know what you guys were thinking. Hey, thanks to everybody for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate all you guys. For all the people that are in here, there aren't that many like buttons that have been pressed. Like sabers are issued to all Inquisitors. They're available for you. Like, really, all you have to do is just kind of flick your wrist and cut that like button in half. It's fun to do. You get confetti. Can't think of a reason why people wouldn't want to do it, other than just sheer unadulterated laziness. Now, if you're driving, keep driving. Don't reach down and hit the like button while you're driving. That would be irresponsible. That's a legitimate reason not to hit the like button. You know, if you're driving, you have a legit excuse. I'm curious how long, oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm curious how long until I finally get crosses and triangles in abundance with the changes. Seems like I always need more of those still. Yeah, I don't know that the statistics got leveled out like they should have. We will see, though. We will see. By the way, I don't know if you remember, but you recommended Dark Trooper when you did the roster review. And since then, I'm a little halfway to getting him from Gear 12 to Gear 13. TK says Dark Trooper is awesome. Dark Trooper gets my vote for the single best character in the game that doesn't require a journey to get. So of the characters that you can just farm and have, I think Dark Trooper is busted. The amount of damage that he does is just broken. And the mechanic where if they target him and, you know, smash him, it only kills one instance of him. And he just keeps coming back for more. Just so many things about that character are just fantastic. Yeah, I put him above Iden, above anything that you can farm. Uh-oh. Work text. We're okay. Nothing to see here. All right. It doesn't look good for me though, guys. I'm winning these early battles, but it doesn't feel like I'm dominating them. So I think by the time we get to like right before the unlock, I think we're going to get held up and not be able to unlock. All right, let's try a stun here. See if we can get that rebel pilot out of here. There we go. I don't know, Darth Vader is up there. Nest is #1 in my heart, says Michael Byrne. Yeah. I love me some Nest. I like some Darth Vader too. Technically, Darth Vader's not farmable, though. He's not a journey character, though, so he qualifies. Yeah. I still think Dark Trooper. With the Datacron that Vader has now, he's like straight busted. But I think I think Dark Trooper. Okay. That's tough. Darth Vader, that might be worthy of contesting Dark Trooper. But still, if you look at like what Dark Trooper can do in, just take the Sea Pit for example. Darth Vader's never going to do as much damage in any team as the Dark Trooper does in a Trooper team in Sea Pit. That Dark Trooper does like 2.4 million damage all by himself in Sea Pit. My Trooper teams on my main account was well over 3 million. I could reliably get 2.8 to 3.2 out of that team. And it was always Dark Trooper with like, 2.4, 2.8 million. Crazy numbers. Just crazy. Bonkers. Dark Trooper just punches people in the face. He's pretty unreal. Yeah, and guys, I figured out another trick for early game accounts. Definitely going to be recommended in the new starting guides. You can actually build a Troopers team using Darth Vader as your 5th Trooper. And he does just fine. I was doing some experimenting in the assault battles. And a 4-trooper team with Darth Vader as the 5th Trooper can easily clear both the assault battles at Challenge Tier 1. A little bit of a shortcut that we can start taking for newer players to get that Trooper team going even sooner. So you'd end up with something like Piet, Veer's lead, of course, Piet. Snow Trooper, Darth Vader, and then either Stark or Moff Gideon, depending on who you wanted to build and how. And then you build up Iden Versio, and then, once you've got the whole Trooper team on its own, Vader can go do something else. And then once you got the Trooper team on its own, Iden and Snow Trooper can go do something else. So it's an interesting little flex. That's it. That looks like the Millennium Falcon, right? That unlocks at 5 stars. The couple of ships aren't at 6 stars yet, so that's going to put us stuck, but we can activate Millennium Falcon. Look at this, guys. HMF. Hot Millennium Falcon. And that puts us over 3 million galactic power. Boom. We're over 3 million galactic power already. What's my split? I'm curious. What's my split between fleet and ships? Or look at this. Look at this. We almost have as much galactic power in ships as we do in characters. 1.4. 1.4 in ships and only 1.6 in characters. You talk about a fleet heavy account, man. Nice. 3 million. Bloat for conquest. Yeah. As soon as you get the Millennium Falcon to 7 stars, you can get the Chimera. Yep. You can't use the Vader for the Rebel roundup assault battle, but he's great for indoor escalation or whatever it's called. Oh, you're right. The Rebel roundup is what, First Order and Empire. What? Oh no, it's Imperial Troopers or Bounty Hunters. That's what the problem is. Okay. All right. But I also did it in the Galactic Challenge, 2 Galactic Challenges ago. And I put in, because I've got Gideon also relicked. So I put in like Range Trooper, and on the Obticeo account, Range Trooper is like 6 stars or something. Recommended. It's recommending one famous Wookiee. That's pretty cool. Changed my recommendations based on that journey. Interesting. Lost my train of thought completely. Wow. What were we talking about? Wow. Completely lost my train of thought. Going in here to look at something. What are we going to look at? Remind me, guys. Remind me. My train of thought has completely derailed. Troopers. Oh, we were talking about troopers, and we were talking about range trooper. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to go show you my range trooper here. So I put in Piet Veers, took out Dark Trooper Gideon, put in like Stark, Range Trooper, and Vader. So it was like some of the weakest troopers that I've got in the account. None of these 3, not Dark, Gideon, or Snow Trooper. Took them all out. And I did, I think I went all the way up to 10. I did the Galactic Challenge at difficulty 10 with Vader as my relic trooper. So there's definitely some legs there. It's definitely, you can use the team that way until you get a relic trooper, or even after you get a relic trooper. Have 2 relics on the team. So some flexibility for Vader. Hey DL, I'm 3.1 million, 1.62 in characters and 1.4 in ships. Yeah, about the same as me then, huh? TIE Interceptor lets Chimera get ult super quickly. It's really good. Yeah, the TIE Interceptor's in general really good. My main account with the Executor chasing JMK is 2 million ships and 2.4 million characters. About to hit Erodium next 5s. Nice. 1.8 and 1.4. Not quite as balanced. 1.9 and 1.5 for me, says just another consumer. Jacob Miller says 1.1 and 1. Nice. Well, I always recommend that you stay at least 60-40. So if you're 1.5 in characters, you need to be at least 1 million in ships. But yeah, it seems like you guys are all with me on that. Pushing almost 50-50 on ships. That's crazy. I think that's all the upgrades we're going to get for the week. So we're going to go ahead and sign up for El Bronzium. Then we're going to go over to the Loquitur account. I'm going to sign up for Arena over there. If I don't do them both at the same time, the risk that I'll forget to sign up for one or the other is there. Don't want to forget. Ugh. I did that once a very long time ago. I think literally I've only forgot to sign up for GAC once, and I was traumatized by it. I was so angry. It's like, how can they not let you join? Oh, we've got too many allies. Too many allies. All right. Well, that's about going to wrap it up. Has anybody else got more questions for me before we tie it off and call it a day? How has it been leaving the original Allure account? Hindsight, are you still happy you did it and stuck with Obticeo and Loquitur? It's a mixed blessing. I hate it. I love that account. I built it. I spent a lot of time on it. I spent a lot of money on it. and the mods are really good on it. And I feel like I'm definitely going back to play the account. I've lost some viewership on my channel. There were some people that did like watching the bigger account, and now that I'm not playing it in GACs and such, they've tuned out of the live streams. So I lost some viewers over it. So from a standpoint of the channel, if I wanted to be a YouTuber, it's a horrible decision. It's cost me a lot. It's painful. I don't like it. As a human being, it just comes down to work-life balance. I have a regular job, and with that account, doing my job and trying to run 3 accounts, it's just too much. It's just running me out of time. And what I was doing is I was not sleeping. I was just, every day, the extra hour that it took me to run that account, or whatever you want to say, was just time that I couldn't sleep. I had to wake up earlier to do all the accounts. I had to go to sleep later. And, I was getting 4.5 and 5 hours of sleep a night. And I can do that, but not for months on end. And it's just wearing me out. So the time I got back, I haven't rededicated back into the channel. I haven't really gotten anything out of it other than, I'm back to where I can get 5 or 6 hours of sleep every night reliably. And I need that. I can't. Couldn't keep that up. So yeah, I hate it. I hate that I had to quit the account, but it's what was needed to get me back in a place where I'm not doing insane stuff. You guys have insane splits. I'm 5 million in 3 in ships and 2 in characters. Yeah, it's 3 and 2 is ideal, right? That's 60-40 split. 60% in characters, 40% in ships. It's the bloating I did to get to 4 million. Yeah, 1.82 versus 1.86 in ships here. Wow, that's great. Over 50-50. Nice. Given that I'm building the finalizer and negotiator, not having to build another capital ship is good. Nice. Daniel says, why do you always end the stream when I barely start watching? Why do you wait till the stream is over before you get in here? Nice. What's your regular job? I manage a business. So my day job is being a responsible adult and, running a business with about 65 employees, 3 shifts, manufacturing. Yep. DL, does your daughter play Swigo? No, she hasn't really shown an interest in playing. So she's played a couple of the other games that I've messed around with in the past, but she hasn't expressed any interest in doing it. She knows a lot of the characters. Like if she's looking over my shoulder and I'm poking around on my accounts, she like knows who's who, and not just the main characters either, but a lot of the the more lesser known characters. So she watches my streams at least a little bit, so it's kind of fun. Griff says, happy to hear you're happier with Swiggle life balance now. Yeah. One of the things I liked about this game when I first started it is that I could play the game a few times a day in short little bursts, right? Like I could grab my free stuff in the morning and play out all my energy. Then in the middle of the day, I could come in and do my fleet and arena, my squad and fleet arena stuff and be done with it pretty quickly. And then later in the day, I could come in and do all my refreshes and it would be over pretty quickly. And they've just added so many game modes. They've added the galactic challenges that you got to fight through. They've added the conquest stuff. They've added a lot more depth and complexity to the territory battles. And, on top of the territory wars and all that stuff. And then the sea pit raid. And so it's just like everything new they add to the game adds more time to it. And it's pretty time consuming game now. It really is. It's time consuming to the extent that if you have one account and you just play your one account, you're in good shape. Having one alt is already a pretty big commitment. Lord of Hunger says Swigo is more of a game for teens and older. Yeah, really. Younger players, unless they have access to daddy's wallet or mommy's, pocketbook, whatever you want to say, I think it would be hard for younger people to play. Just the impatience factor and as many opportunities as this game offers you to reward your impatience if you spend money. I feel like that's what happens to younger players. They lose patience with it or they spend money on it, one or the other. Conquest is when it became a chore. Yeah, really, Conquest is not good. Conquest for me is the game mode that I despise. I hate replaying battles that you've already proven you can win. I understand the stamina thing, but they need to tie in a sim mode where you can just sim. Like as soon as you complete a battle, you complete it, and then you go in there and it says, would you like to complete this battle 5 times more? And whatever stats you got, whatever, like let's say you did lifesteal up for 10 times in a battle, like whatever statistics you got in the battle, you can just choose to repeat it and sim it up to 5 times. And then it takes away your stamina. And that way, like these stupid battles where you get, 10 blinds in a battle, but then you have to do the battle like 5 times because you have to get 50 blinds. It's tedious. It takes forever. The characters hit so hard, you have to have a team to just heal and constantly keep things alive so that you can take that one character that does blinds and do blinds with him. Like Chewbacca. You just gotta play a game of keep Chewbacca alive until he can do enough blinds. And it's boring. It's not good game mechanics. It's a chore. That's exactly the word for it. And you have to do it, right? The rewards in Galactic Conquest are so good, and they're so relevant to the game, especially when you get in hard and you have to get those characters. You can't not play it. Or at least for me, I mean, it's like, it's too much like leaving money on the table. If you don't play it, it's like leaving a $100 bill on the table that you didn't get. So you feel obligated to play it. It's important. It's way too time consuming. All right. Let's see. Conquest, I hate repeating battles in the required teams. Yeah, Lord of Hunger, I agree. I don't have resistance or first order, so it's making it so I get less Malgus shards. By the end of the season, I'll only be 10 away. That's nice. That's good. Yeah. TK says, and they're so fast. Yeah, the Conquest characters being that fast is ridiculous. So, yeah, Conquest is tuned up to try to be hard to win. And I get that, and I understand what it is, and so that, like, when you get that character, you really feel like you've earned it. But yeah, it's too much time for a mini game. But we got to live with it. We got to live with it till they fix it, and if they don't fix it, then we all have those choices to make in our lives. And for me, that was getting rid of the third account. Unfortunately, like I said, I feel like I'm going to be able to get back to it someday. And honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with this Obticeo account. I don't know if I'm going to keep playing it, or if it'll be like, do the new guides, get them out there, and then, end of this year, beginning of next year, dump the Obticeo account and start playing another new account. And just kind of constantly keep myself in touch and in tune with the early game, so that I can help people that are just starting out, because they're forgotten. I mean, the everybody who streams, may start at the beginning, but they just keep going from where they're at, and they really, the new players get forgotten. So we want this to be the channel that's most relevant for the early game, and I feel like I have to play the early game to keep it that way. Hey, we got a super chat from Turn Zero. Thanks, man. Oh, just give me a sticker. Give me a heart. Thanks a lot. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, we're going to tie it off there for the night. Appreciate you all coming out to watch. Thank you all for stopping by. Please remember to hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Helps me, helps the channel, and I appreciate if you do it. Subscribe if you want to see more like this in the future and get that notification when I'm doing live streams. And join us on the Discord, of course. Always brag about what a great community we got over there. We did a giveaway on yesterday's stream. We had an Inquisitor win a $50 gift card, so that's pretty fantastic. So stay tuned. We'll do some more of those kinds of giveaways here in the near future. We're approaching a milestone for subscribers, so watch out for that. And come be part of the giveaway. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next holiday.